stuck in a crowded elevator and suddenly a married woman locks eyes with you. Maybe she smiles a little too long or leans in a touch closer, and suddenly you're intrigued. But hold on a sec. Before you get swept away in the fantasy, have you considered why she might be acting this way? Is she genuinely friendly, or could something more be going on? This isn't about accusing anyone, but understanding the signs. In this video, we'll reveal 21 signs that a married woman might be craving more than just a friendly conversation. Is she sending secret texts or finding excuses to bump into you? Knowing these signs could help you get through a tricky situation and avoid any unwanted drama. Now, before we get into this video proper, let's set some ground rules. We're not here to stir up trouble or encourage anyone to step over boundaries. Nah, we're here to shed some light on a topic that's often brushed under the rug. Contrary to what some might think, women have desires and fantasies. So, what are the signs a married woman wants to cheat with you? Number 1, dressing to impress. You ever notice how someone's style can speak volumes without them saying a word? Well, when a woman starts cranking up the heat in the wardrobe department, it's worth paying attention. Most of the time, after tying the knot, some women tend to lean towards a more buttoned-up conservative style. But if you catch her turning up the dial on her outfits when she's around you, that might be her way of saying, "Hey, I'm feeling confident, and I want you to notice." Number 2, open discussions about intimacy. Now let's talk about those conversations that make you do a double take. You know, the ones where things suddenly take a turn into more, intimate territory. If she's casually tossing around topics related to intimacy like it's no big deal, it might be her way of testing the waters. Sure, some women are just naturally open about that stuff, but if she's steering the conversation in that direction more often than not, she could be trying to create a certain vibe between the two of you. Number 3, venting about her husband. Now, let's paint a picture. You're chatting with a married woman, and suddenly, she starts airing out her grievances about her hubby. It's not just idle chit-chat. She's giving you a front-row seat to her relationship drama for a reason. When she starts complaining about her man's lack of attention, it's like she's shining a spotlight on the fact that she's craving some extra TLC. And who knows? Maybe she's subtly suggesting that you could be the one to provide it. Number 4, playful flirting. You know, those light-hearted exchanges that leave you both with a grin plastered on your face? Well, if she's a married woman and she's turning up the flirtatious vibes, it's time to sit up and take notice. Married gals typically keep things on the friendly side, but if she's dropping hints with her playful interactions, she might just be testing the waters to see how you'll respond. So, if she's laying on the charm a little thicker than usual, it could be a sign that she's looking for a little more than just a casual chat. Number 5, making time for you. Now, let's talk about the precious commodity known as time. In a happy marriage, every minute counts, right? So, if she's a married woman and she's actively carving out time to hang out with you, it's worth paying attention to. I mean, let's be real. She's got a whole spouse waiting for her at home. So why would she be making time for you if there wasn't something more brewing beneath the surface? Whether it's a casual coffee date or a spontaneous hangout session, her willingness to prioritize spending time with you could be a sign that she's interested in exploring a deeper connection. Number 6, the naughty messages. All right, let's talk about those late-night texts that make your heart race a little faster. You know the ones I'm talking about. Innocent messages that take a sudden turn towards the daring side. If you find yourself on the receiving end of these types of texts from a married woman, well, consider it a flashing neon sign of her interest. These messages aren't your run-of-the-mill, "How's your day?" texts. Oh no, they're laced with a subtle hint of something more. So if you're getting those after-hours messages with a slightly spicy undertone, you can bet she's signaling that she's intrigued and ready to take things up a notch. Number 7, the what-if conversations. She could even come with hypotheticals. You know, those what-if scenarios that make you ponder the possibilities of life. If a married woman starts peppering your conversations with questions about what could have been if you'd met earlier, well, it's time to pay attention. These what-if conversations aren't just idle chatter. They're loaded with hidden meaning. By wondering aloud about the paths not taken, she's dropping some pretty big hints about her current feelings towards you. So, if you find yourself caught up in these speculative discussions, it might just be because she's imagining a different kind of future. One that includes you. Number 8. Compliments galore. Now, who doesn't love a good compliment, right? But when those compliments start coming your way like a never-ending stream, it's time to sit up and take notice. Sure, compliments about your looks or personality are pretty standard fare in everyday conversations, but when a married woman goes above and beyond in showering you with praise, well, it's like she's waving a big flag in your direction. She's not just being polite, she's trying to catch your attention and make you feel special. So, if you find yourself on the receiving end of a barrage of compliments from a married woman, don't just brush it off as flattery. She might just be trying to tell you something. Number 9. Personal space invasion. All right, let's talk about personal space, that invisible bubble we all have around us. Now, we all know that in our day-to-day interactions, people tend to respect each other's personal space, right? But when a married woman starts inching closer to you than usual, well, that's a whole different ballgame. Whether it's standing a little too close during conversations, or finding reasons to sit next to you when there's plenty of space elsewhere, these subtle moves are her way of creating a more intimate atmosphere. So, if you notice her encroaching on your personal space more than usual, it's not just a coincidence. She's trying to bridge the gap between friendship and something more. Number 10. Curious about your relationship status. Let's talk about one of the oldest tricks in the book, checking someone's relationship status. Now, we all know that when you're interested in someone, one of the first things you want to know is whether they're single or not. Am I right? Well, guess what? Married women are no different. If you find that a married woman is suddenly asking you more questions about your dating life or dropping subtle hints to gauge your relationship status, well, folks, that's a big flashing neon sign right there. She's not just making idle conversation. She's trying to figure out if you're available and whether there might be a chance for something more than just friendship. Number 11. Playful teasing. Now, there's playful teasing. You know, that light-hearted banter that's tinged with just a hint of flirtation. Now, we've all been there, right? You're joking around with someone and suddenly the tone shifts ever so slightly, and you find yourself blushing and giggling like a schoolgirl. Well, that's exactly what playful teasing is all about. When a married woman starts teasing you in a playful manner, it's not just about having a laugh. It's a subtle way of testing the waters and gauging your reaction. It shows that she's comfortable with you and wants to see how you respond to her playful banter. So, if you find yourself on the receiving end of some light-hearted teasing from a married woman, don't just dismiss it as harmless fun. She might just be trying to see if there's a spark between you two. Number 12. Increased eye contact. It's been said that eyes are windows to the soul. Now, when someone's interested in you, their eyes often give them away. So, if you find that a married woman is making more prolonged eye contact with you and even looking away shyly, well, that's a pretty clear sign that she's feeling some attraction. Number 13. Several touches. Now let's talk about physical touch, one of the most primal forms of human connection. Watch out for several touches during conversations. A gentle hand on your arm, an affectionate pat on the back. These seemingly innocent gestures can reveal a lot about her feelings. You see, when someone's interested in you, they'll often find subtle ways to bridge the physical gap between you two. So, if you find that a married woman is reaching out to touch you more often than usual, well, folks, that's a pretty good indication that she's feeling some sparks flying. Whether it's a playful tap on the shoulder or a lingering hand on your arm, these touches speak volumes about her desire to connect with you on a deeper level. So, if you're feeling those butterflies fluttering in your stomach every time she reaches out to touch you, well, you're not alone. Number 14. Seeking your advice. Let's wrap things up with one final sign, seeking your advice. Now, we all know that when someone values your opinion, they'll often turn to you for advice on personal matters. So, if you find that a married woman is suddenly seeking your advice on everything from life decisions to relationship insights. Well, folks, that's a pretty strong indication that she's looking to create a deeper connection with you. You see, when someone trusts you enough to open up about their personal struggles and seek your guidance, well, it's a sign that they see you as more than just a friend. So, if you find yourself becoming her go-to confidant, don't just brush it off as casual conversation. She might just be trying to tell you that she values your opinion and wants to explore a more meaningful bond with you. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.